Alrighty everyone, how's it going? I have another Beyond All Reason cast here today, and we are on Supreme Crossing, a lovely, wonderful map. We got some nice ocean pools up in the top left corner and the bottom right corner, and yeah, we have some very good team players here. So if you'd like to see more stuff like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and if you want to get your own game casted, email it to me on my email or on my Discord account. With that being said, let's get started. So we have Prabzor as purple, playing Cortex. We have Vector as green, playing Armada. And we have Midvid. We have not seen Midvid in ages, as blue, playing Armada. Very nice. The other team, the top right, we have Sanction playing Cortex, Lord Cambion playing Armada, and Nightterror playing Cortex. Very good. So I left the drawings up just so we can kind of see, what people's plans are. So right now, it looks like we have Prabzor going to be controlling this bottom right corner, and then for Sanction, looks like he is going for this island over here, but ultimately I believe he'll be trying to control this side of the ocean. But we'll see how that's going to work out. A very competitive match, pretty even teams here for sure. Actually very even. I don't even know if I could call which team would win just from this. So Midvid is talking about the wins. Wins are very high right now. They are 15. The low is 2, the high is 20. So definitely going for a win right now is a very good idea. You may want to get some batteries because it's going to drop pretty low there. It looks like it is falling right now, but yeah, either way, it looks like some people do go mixed economies. I almost always just go wind. Wind's really cheap, easy to build, and while not the most reliable, if you have a lot and the wind still kick in just a little bit, you'll be fine. So either way, we'll see how this game is going. I want to see what people are going. So I would say bots for this game, or for this map, are probably the best choice, just because you can bridge this gap a lot easier. There's some rough-ish terrain here that you can see with the mountains, things like that. Also, hovercraft is very good, but hovercraft isn't really going to take you into the late game. I do hope they add tier 2 hovercraft. It might be too good. Like, obviously I don't want it to be as good as like regular tier 2 units like bots and tanks. Like, I believe hovercraft has a lot of versatility just because they can go over water, but something like that would be really cool, in my opinion. Either way, we do have bots and a shipyard from Prabzor. Interesting. Most people normally just go with shipyard. Well, most people. Yeah, it's more common just to go shipyard, just because you can start producing units earlier. Controlling the seas faster is always a good idea, and then you can always have your commander building stuff on the mainland too. And then once you start, getting in a tier 2 range, then you can build, your tier 1 land factories. So we have Lord Cambion going bots, and finally we have Nightterror going a bot lab and a shipyard. So this bottom right sea will be contested. Midvid most likely going to contest this top left sea as well, as he's grabbing this mechs down here. Well, I say that. He is building an aircraft plant, so he might actually just be going air. But still, torpedo bombers, which actually won't be produced out of this aircraft plant. Dang. Light gunships, maybe. But he is going to shipyard, so air. Going to be going in the back line here, which I think is pretty good play. Now, you will have less guys up at the front here. As you can see, Lord Cambion is already building up a force here. So there are kind of 3 arenas. You have the 2 oceans and then this land bridge right here. The land bridge is very important, but so are these oceans as well. Because if your oceans are open, it leaves you to being open and constantly being raided by hovercraft and the like. So always good to be controlling those. We are seeing a scout over here from Midvid, as this construction aircraft does go over to this island, snags it away from Prabzor. But who knows if Prabzor would have gotten that anyways. We're not sure. So Sanction sending out some light gunboats, some supporters. They're going to be around patrolling. Looks like they are just going to this middle part of the sea. Midvid's going to be able to spot those with his scout, so good scout plays. Probably going to be sending a few over to the mainland as well. Doubt there's going to be any anti-air. Actually, may not want to. If your opponents don't know that you have air, one of the things about air is that it's very good if your opponents aren't aware that you have it. But yeah, we'll see. He is building just more construction aircraft. Nothing else queued up. Honestly, this guy is not really being built because Mivid is trying to make some energy. He is being energy capped right now, so it looks like the wind play didn't work out for him. But I think that's more because he doesn't have any wind rather than the wind's bad. Because right now it's almost at top. Tidal is at 15, so very good tidal speed. Definitely want to be building some of that if you're going to be going C units. You're going to be wanting to build stuff anyways, most likely, even if it's a lesser number. Either way, not producing anything right now from Prabzor, which is always a bad thing. I mean, he is making some tidal generators, but you still have 3 boats over here that aren't making anything. Your shipyard's not making anything. Your commander's dead in the water. So always kind of want to be moving those, especially want to be building some offense ships, as you are now being contested with Nightmares, Riptides, and he also has some supporters as well. Going to be sending another Riptide over there. This is very bad. If Prabzor gets shut down early, it might just be game over. You're going to have to resort to like land defenses, and it's much more difficult to defend an entire coastline than the sea. In my humble opinion, but again, that's just me. So looks like we did have a little dive here with Lord Cambion, but he is getting targeted by those medium tanks, and yeah, those pawns aren't really going to make it through that. Twilight being built here, Overwatch being built. Good things are happening. Mivid sending up some light frigates. No, fast assault corvettes. Dang it. I'm kind of bad on these names, guys. Don't see C units a lot, but this video was sent in, or this replay was sent in. So thank you to them. I really do love naval games, so if I ever get a chance to cast one, it's normally at the top of my list, unless I just did one. Either way, we are seeing a submarine come out from Sangshan. Submarines, very good, especially against tier 1 boats that can't really ground attack through the water. They don't got those heavy projectiles. But Mivid is going in with the attack here. Looks like he has 9 of these corvettes. Definitely going to be able to take out these gunboats. Going to be taking out these tidal generators, torpedo, maybe even getting that shipyard there. That would be really unfortunate for Sangshan. Mivid is definitely the best player in this match. My favorite player. Not of all time, maybe of all time. His name is just very memorable for whatever reason. It rolls off the tongue very nicely, unlike some of these guys. Prabzor. That was not a name built for saying. Not by English, at least. So yeah, Prabzor having a bad time. Looks like... Did all those corvettes die, or were they just sent back? There's only 2 now. And yeah, I'd recommend targeting that shipyard down. Sangshan is going to be moving his commander in there. And with the D-gun, he might be able to defend. We're actually seeing some Dragon's Teeth here from Vector, so might be able to stop a little D-Day invasion, but yeah, those, I don't know. I almost never build the fortifications. They're almost always useless. The tier 2 walls are pretty good against like tier 1 units, but once you get to tier 2, like, what do you, just build like offensive static defenses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Yeah, we do have a couple destroyers here from Prabzor, trying to hold back Night Terror's horde. And these guys definitely will not be able to fend off the horde. But it does give him a little bit of time. Looks like he did recall his shipyard. But it's still all of these generators and all of these builder boats gone, which he could at least try to like move them around a little bit, make it a little bit difficult. But that is the second destroyer down. And Night Terror basically has free reign of this right side sea as Vector's building tidal generators. Why are you doing this, my friend? All that is going to be going down there, most likely. So Mivid still has not cleared Sangshan out of the sea. Targeting that energy, you know, definitely not a bad idea. Or at least, yeah, getting rid of the torpedo launcher, I'd say is nice. So, okay, enough with the fake sea, tier 2 time. So it looks like Prabzor taking it all in good spirit. Gonna be building some tier 2 with a bot lab here. Going to be able to support the front. Looks like both sides have kind of dug in here. But with the help of tier 2, Vector and Prabzor should definitely be able to push through this land bridge and, you know, get some damage done. If all goes according to the plan, which of course it won't. Nothing ever goes according to plan, as Vector is finding out. No, oh man, this hurts me. This hurts my soul to watch. Yeah, it is up to Mivid to now contest the sea for his entire team. Looks like Vector's commander did end up going down, probably to the boat shooting at it. But it's not a big deal. It can definitely be reclaimed. And I love all these Christmas baubles and the gingerbread man. That's very, I love the holiday themes that come out with Bar. That's nice to see. Destroyer just sitting in the sandbank here, firing at this Overwatch. Overwatch is going to be going down there. Rip. And as the light artillery is trying to target this destroyer here, getting it down to 60%. It is going to be retreating? Question mark. But we now have Night Terror sending some yellow boats across the canal. As Mythic is also going to be supporting the middle with his corvettes. But Vector should be able to defend this. It is very unfortunate that Overwatch went down, as all those pawns would be having a much harder time if it wasn't there. Mythic still has this aircraft plant, going to be going tier 2 aircraft, which is pretty interesting because he hasn't really done anything with tier 1. I think people underestimate tier 1 bombers, but yeah, it looks like Vector is kind of getting cleared out here. Prabzor does have his tier 2 up, going to be making a construction bot, not really helping at the front, which is a little bit unfortunate. But, you know, getting your economy up there is never a bad idea. But yeah, this bridge is definitely unassailable for the south team with all these ships here. It's going to take a lot to get through that, as Miv is kind of just sitting on the sidelines here. I don't think his navy can get through all of these destroyers. Just don't think it's there. Radar towers being built for Lord Cambion. Nice spot. Might be able to be targeted by boats if they were able to sit there long enough, but they are kind of being pressured. So Mivit just containing Night Terror right now. Prabzor feeling the effects of his loss. Not building anything is tier 2, again, a problem. But he is pretty low on metal, only at plus 22, compared to like Mivit, plus 79, and Vector has like no metal, plus 10. This mech's, come on man, get this mech's. At least reclaim your commander. This is not good. Not good for the south side team, as they're being invaded by Lord Cambion, as Vector's medium tanks are going down there. The Twilight has been destroyed from afar. And they're in danger of being, with their bases being hit by these maces, but it looks like maces are going to be retreating. We do have these gunships out from Midvid, able to do a little poke damage. Very slow at dealing any kind of damage, but over time they'll get their worth in there. We are seeing destroyers from Midfit, as most of his navy looks like it has been decimated. We have 2 more Corsairs coming down from the north. But yeah, this is not able to stem the tide of Night Terror, and this map really is based around the sea. Once you lose the sea, it's very difficult to continue to do well. So it looks like Mivid is actually just being pushed out here, as his fighters are circling the ruins of this almost destroyed destroyer. There he goes, sinking to the depths of the ocean floor, and by that I mean a little sandbar right there. Yeah, shipyard going down. Mivid's commander taking shelter in the water, as he is actually able to take down a couple riptides right there. Third riptide gets beached and is being destroyed. So, also being reclaimed by the nano tower, which is good. Nice little perk. Yeah, as you can see, these fortifications almost useless. They don't even really have to destroy them to get through. And yeah, so we do have these medium tanks from Vector. Looks like he is tapping out, which is I never like when people leave that early. Like, it's definitely still winnable for the south side. Obviously, it would take some clawing back, but yeah, that's just a poor sportsmanship to say the least. But we are having these roughneck gunships firing down on Night Terror's boats, and those are going down. Looks like Prabzor does get Vector's land forces. Makes sense, as he's going land as well. And let's see what's being produced here. So he's making combat engineers. You need fighters, man. I understand he's trying to get his economy up there, but all of this is just going to fall to Lord Cambion, because he's just making, medium tanks, which isn't really good against, overwhelming numbers. And Mivit's doing his best, but we do have fighters here from Lord Cambion that I guess took out those roughnecks. Nope, roughnecks are still up, but Mivit does not have a lot of fighters. Is getting some high wins out here. So tier 2 fighters obviously going to do very well against tier 1 fighters, but hopefully he should still be able to control the air, because if he's not, then the game is basically lost. We do have these herrings being very annoying. They do have anti-air capabilities, even if it's not the greatest. They do damage over time, so eventually you're going to be taking out those ships as high winds try to get in there, take out Lord Cambion's fighters, but that's almost all the Roughnecks gone. There's one left, and it will be taken out by this crossbow. So pretty unfortunate there for Mivit's sea and air capabilities. He is definitely feeling the effects of losing air superiority. Knight Terror banking along this rock cliff as Lord Cambion is making his way south. And the music, very good as I turn it down. It's a little loud in my ears, but we are seeing Fiends from Prabzor, and looks like Mivit is just left as well. So it is now a 1v3. I think we can all guess where this is going, but I hope this has showed you that these seas are very, very important. But we'll see how long Prabzor is actually able to hold out. I'm pretty interested. Looks like he's building some Sabo batteries with all of these combat engineers. So these guys will provide decent defense, although all of this in the north here is going to be taken out. I think this is, you know, some of the last few Roughnecks taking out these maces instead of these crossbows, which is really unfortunate to see. Obviously, you can't micro everything, but you definitely want to kill what's taking you out. But we do have fighters coming in here from Lord Cambion. We'll be targeting these Roughnecks as well, as I think all the high winds are gone. And yeah, it's just more Roughnecks being produced. So fighters will take air superiority for Lord Cambion. We do have a bulwark coming up here, which, an energy hog. So gonna be interesting to see if he can support that. He is like plus 800 energy at the very least right now at 5 wind speed. So it should be fine. But we have Knight Terror creeping around here. We're gonna be targeting this poor Urchin. And Urchin is getting a little bit of damage in there, but yeah. I'd say get rid of the air factory. You're never going to have air superiority again, as he is building high winds. Just because, you know, you have to contend with Lord Cambion's fighters, as well as all of these guys on the ground. So it looks like high wind actually gets quite a few kills there. Maybe it is worth it. I don't know. Difficult to say. Sabo battery getting taken down there as it does take out an enemy ship. Looks like that was, Riptide. So actually a destroyer. Pretty good target right there, definitely worth it. Bulwark does come up here. We're going to be scattering these ships, as no Sheldons are going down. Sheldon's definitely not a bad unit, very cost effective. Lord Cambion honestly could just like go in right now, be dealing a lot of damage, but he is staying his hand. More Roughnecks being produced right there. And looks like he's still positive energy, so he's able to, well, yeah, positive energy below the red. Actually, I mean, he's above the gray, so I think it'll be fine. Although I don't know if he has any energy converters, but geothermal power plant being a G right there. Yeah, so I think plasma deflector would definitely be worth it. Oh no, as the Roughnecks settle on the ground, always want to keep those guys patrolling. High wind, testing the waters there as it does get shot out by those herrings. Gonna have to find something to take out all these ships, but what is the Knight Terror focusing on now? Ooh, big old despots, also making a buccaneer or two. Really just, you know, diversifying. Those aerostorms definitely going to be very good at keeping enemy planes out of the air. As we do have these long-range artillery ships, the messengers with these cruise missiles able to, they're going to be able to take out the bulwark over time for sure, as it has dropped to 50%. That's why I'm saying those plasma deflectors would be very, very good. It does look like we have these messengers being pushed back for now. Bulwark is still up, but Lord Cambion has finally decided to come in here and destroy Mivit's base. Well, Prabzor is good on Prabzor for staying in the game, but it is kind of looking like the beginning of the end here for him. For sure, Roughnecks doing their best to combat all these ground forces, but they are taken out by those tier 1 fighters as not enough high winds were built. And that's kind of just Prabzor's economy gone. A lot of energy right there is been destroyed. Bulwark being repaired here very, very slowly by these Twitchers. Sheldon's taking fire at Lord Cambion's invasion force, you know, trying to stop him from building those advanced mexes. Very good. Again, the ships just being very, very annoying on the side here. And we do have this despot with his long range, targeting those poor Sheldons. Cruise missiles coming in here, dealing scatter damage to all sorts of static defenses. Lord Cambion has cleared out the top side. And, yeah. That's basically it. I will say that Mivit did a very good job keeping Sanxion out of the game. I don't think he got any units in there, basically the whole game. But very unfortunate that both Mitvit and Vector left. But Brabzor did a very good job. Units killed. Barely scrapes it out for his team. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit here, had some fun, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Adios.